One of the most discussed young talents in world football, Jude Bellingham has started life at the Bernabeu in the best possible way. The 20-year-old Englishman has scored in each of his first 4 games of the season, becoming only the second player in Los Blancos history to do so. The other was none other than Cristiano Ronaldo, who did so in the 2009-10 season. Since the start of the season, Ancelloti has employed the 4-4-2, with Bellingham playing at the tip of the diamond. The Italian rarely likes to shift from his tried and tested 4-3-3 that he has been using since his La Decima days. But with the departure of Benzema, numerous injuries, and considering how stacked the Madrid midfield is at the moment, this move seems to be a judicious one. The 4-4-2 perfectly serves Bellingham's cause, who likes to lurk in the zone 14 and make runs into half spaces. The Englishman can often be seen making these runs behind the striker, reminiscent of the classic number 10 position, a position which is incredibly rare to see at the elite level nowadays, as teams have adapted to it and can shut a 10 down with a low block. So the reason behind Jude's success is that he is not actually a pure number 10. It lies in the fact that he is incredibly versatile, a Jude of all trades if you would. His flexibility as a player can be seen best in his passing, direct dribbling, and most importantly, his incredible awareness and game sense that allows him to nick the ball off opponents higher up the pitch. Back in Dortmund, Edin Terzic utilized Bellingham in different positions in different formations such as the 4-4-2, the 4-3-3 and the 4-2-3-1. Jude adapted to all of them while also statistically outperforming the likes of Royce in a Dortmund squad that almost snatched the title from Bayern. The Englishman has a knack of finding difficult passes while still being under pressure and is great at identifying opportunities for playing through balls. But Jude not only identifies such opportunities when they pop up, he creates them quite nonchalantly as well. Here, he changes his posture as if he's going to attempt a shot. This pulls the Getafe players towards him and creates a chance for a great through pass. He basically deletes 2 players with one nuanced movement that allows him to play that pass. These qualities are well represented in his stats from last season, which show that approximately 15% of his passes are progressive passes. Across the 90 minutes, he registers around 8.43 such passes while also contributing 4.18 shot creating actions per 90. His distribution is almost great, but he still doesn't have the elite pinpoint accuracy that the highest levels demand. Here, he showcased the required awareness and vision to switch the play but just misses the pass. His average pass completion rates were around 81.7%, but these numbers are pulled down because of how direct his passes are. To understand this, one may think of Kevin De Bruyne, who averaged just 76% pass completion rate in PL last season, but had elite numbers per 90 in shot creating actions and through balls both. Sometimes stats simply lie. Still, it's a fact that Jude must become more refined in his passing, but considering that he's still just 20 and has the likes of Kroos and Modric on his team to help him with that, I think it's safe to say that he would do fine. To provide versatility in attack, Jude often makes runs into the half spaces. This either helps in overloading one side of the pitch in an advanced position, or in case the ball is not played to him, Jude's off-the-ball runs attract the opposition defense, opening up passing options to wider players. On the flip side, it would be Carvajal who sometimes underlaps, while Modric or Jude would occupy the wider positions. This again helps in providing some much-needed width in Ancelotti's diamond. On other occasions, Jude would make direct runs into the box and try to get at the end of a loose ball or a cross. As highlighted earlier, he has emerged as a goal-scoring threat in his first few games at Madrid, and this is no fluke. He anticipates rebounds and spills from keepers similar to a centre-forward, and this goes to show how well his understanding of the game truly is. With 5 goals in 4 games, Bellingham is off to a dream start and has exceeded his XG by 3.4 goals. This is the highest in La Liga, and that too by a good margin. The Englishman is also never too shy of a good dribble, and his dribble against Athletic is something that you might have already seen. His stats for progressive carries and successful take-ons from the past season are comparable to another young, extremely talented 20-year-old, Pedri, who is known for his penetrative runs that have helped Barca time and time again. Physically, Bellingham is still developing, and due to that, he sometimes looks lanky with the ball. But on the other hand, he knows how to use his height and keeps the opposition players at a safe distance from himself at all times. As far as his defensive attributes are considered, the Englishman registered 2.54 tackles and 1.17 interceptions per 90 last season. But those who know Jude's game would appreciate that these numbers are mostly driven by his ability to win the ball higher up the pitch. He often likes to act as the second man in a 2v1 and comes from behind to nick the ball from the opponent. He also presses the opponent fullbacks now and then, which adds another dimension to this. Jude's ability to win aerial duels, however, is something that still needs some improvement. Although he has scored 2 headers this season already, you can notice that he sometimes hesitates in going for headers in midfield or simply misjudges them. Coming to the build-up phase, Jude would sometimes drop in to join his Dortmund centre-back duo to form a back three of sorts. This aspect of Jude exists and we appreciate it, but would probably not be needed at Real, as both Toni Kroos and Camavinga are better suited to soaking up the opposition press. Last season, Bellingham was Dortmund's most utilized player, stacking more than 5.4k minutes and playing almost everywhere on the pitch. At Madrid, his playing style has been much more aggressive due to Madrid's limited arsenal in attack at the moment. The 4-4-2 formation by design makes the most of Jude's diverse skill set. However, the 4-4-2 naturally lacks width in attack. This is why we often see Madrid's midfielders occupying wider positions to compensate for the same. Another potential drawback is that this system can limit the impact of Vinicius, who was on fire last season. The Brazilian's USP is exploiting the wings and getting past his man. Unless Vinny quickly adapts to a more central position, Carlo might need to tweak this 4-4-2 to fully unleash him. But in all honesty, we are being nitpicky. The 4-4-2 formation is already quite flexible, and the presence of Jude makes things much more comfortable for Tchouaméni and Camavinga, who are incredibly talented individuals in their own right. They now have a reliable passing option available to them, who frequently positions himself between the lines. To sum it up, this kid can pretty much do it all. Simply calling him a box-to-box midfielder or number 10 would be a disservice, as he is much more than just that. Beyond the playing field, his maturity and composure are also aspects of his personality that are important intangibles in the sport. The comparisons to Zidane are still a bit far-fetched though, and we still need more time to see whether he can continue paying dividends on Madrid's significant investments. Madrid have an elite list of players who are still younger than 25 and could very well play together for the major portion of the next decade. Real have had more hits than misses in the transfer market, especially when it comes to midfielders, and Bellingham is definitely a success. Bellingham has earned the right to be called a Madridista, and the Englishman could very well be on his way to become one of the successors to the famous midfield trio of Real that simply won it all. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and
Lock off!